What happens when you are trying, but you are still failing? If this is how you feel right now, or if this is how you feel lately, then this message is for you. And this is for the people that have been doing everything they can, but somehow still end up falling short. Today, I want to address the version of you that is trying but still failing. And if that's you today, I am so happy that you are here, and know that this video finds you at the perfect time when you are ready to hear this message. And in the world that we live in today, whether directly or subtly, I think we are taught that when we fall short, we are failing. But that cannot be farther from the truth. In fact, failing is part of the process. Failing is part of growth. Failing means that you are trying, and you are trying your best, and sometimes the outcome doesn't match the effort that you've put in. And you know what? That is okay. Because we live in a world that will tell you, and that will scream at you, and that will emphasize that when we fall short, we are failing. Like we were there, but not close enough. That grace is for the person that we will become when we get our act together. But the whole point of grace is that it meets you where you are. If you are willing to let it into your heart, you have to give yourself love and understanding, because the world is so hard on you. The world builds you up and puts you in these places, and sometimes it'll crush you and it'll crush your soul. And grace is something that we have to master on our way to get to where we need to get to. And I don't know what you are going through right now, but you know what you are going through right now. I want to emphasize the fact that grace meets you wherever you are. You know, grace is not at the top of the hill, at the top of the mountain that you've climbed. Grace meets you when you are going through those potholes, when you are on your journey, not when you've conquered the mountain, but when you are still on the climb, and maybe when you are slipping. I used to believe that I had to fix myself before I could go back to God. Like he was keeping a score, and the moment that I fell back into an old habit, an old mindset, an old way, or when I began to doubt again, that I was disqualified from him and from communication to him, and that I was disqualified from receiving his love. But over time, and honestly, through a lot of wrestling with myself, I have learned that God isn't asking us to be perfect. If you actually see perfection, it means that you cannot get better. Striving for perfection is probably the lowest standard to go for, because when there is perfection, it cannot become better. It's just stagnant, it's just constant, it's just still. And we, on the other hand, have the opportunity to become better people, to be more and do more and be able to make a bigger impact. God is not asking for perfection. He is asking for your presence. When I was going through this, that I knew that God was asking for me to be there in that moment. Even if I was a mess, even if I didn't have the strength, even if I didn't have the words, even if I was just so tired, through it all, he just wanted me to be there. And maybe that's what I want to pass on to you today. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to still be figuring it out. It's okay to wrestle on your way to where you want to get to. It's okay to be growing and evolving and grieving the parts of yourself that haven't healed yet. You have to be graceful with yourself. You have to forgive yourself in order to move forward. And here's the thing. Trying and failing, it means that you're still in the fight. It means that you are still fighting, you are still becoming, you are still blooming. You are choosing to rise again and again, and you are choosing to continue to take the steps forward because you believe that there is a way forward. And that is where your power is. This is where your superpower is, because you are so resilient in continuing to try. But if you are listening right now and thinking to yourself that you should be much farther along by now because you've been doing this for such a long time, or you've been trying so hard, and you've been just wondering, why can't you get it right? Take this brief moment and just breathe. Breathe. Seriously, take a pause and breathe. Because I want to reassure you that you are not behind. You are not broken, and you are not too far gone. You're human. And when we as humans are in pursuit of something great, of something big, of one of our goals, of one of our aspirations, know that you are on the right path, even with your failures, even with your shortcomings. You are still on the right path, and this is your sign to keep going, because your breakthrough is coming soon. You are human. You have to realize you are human, and you are loved, and you are seen, not just when you have it all together, and not just in moments of success or moments of triumph, but right now. Right now. You have to praise God in the steps so that way you can shine. And even through your shortcomings, even through the times that are tough, that you will still get back up again and finish what you started, and you will continue to be praised at the end of it. No matter how hard it was, no matter how tired you were, no matter how you went into it, and no matter what happened along the journey, the thing is that you still got to the top. You still got back up and tried again. Maybe today the most courageous thing you can do is give yourself another chance and give yourself permission to continue to go imperfectly, to continue to put one step forward, because forward is forward. It doesn't matter if you leap forward, if you jump forward, if you take a step forward, if you crawl forward, if you fall forward, it doesn't matter. Fall forward, because you're still getting ahead. I love to leave you with an actionable step that you can apply for your week. And this week, I invite you to try and catch yourself in those moments of doubt and in those moments of feeling inadequate. Grace isn't something that you have to earn. It is something that you already have. Practice giving yourself grace. Practice stepping out of your shoes and looking at yourself, trying and trying again. How would you feel if you saw someone that you loved trying and trying and trying again? Wouldn't you be graceful towards them? Wouldn't you be encouraging towards them? Look at yourself, step outside of yourself and look at yourself through the lens, like if you are a loved one, if you are a friend, if you're parent, if you're sibling, if you're whoever it is. If you saw them going through a hard time and still continuing to try, what would you tell them? And then mirror that back to yourself. I guarantee you that this practice will make a difference, because it allows you to step out of yourself and to actually practice this in action. Your worth doesn't change because you are stumbling across the path. Your worth is constant and it never changes. Nothing you do will ever change that. Nothing anybody else does to you will ever change that. The joy that you feel at the end will exceed any pain that you go through on the journey there, on the way to where you want to get to. And I can definitely reassure you that that's how it's going to be, because in my experience, I have felt that joy exceeding the pain. I hope that you keep believing in yourself because I believe in you. If this resonated with you, please share it with someone that you think might need it. Feel free to share with someone that you think might need it, because you never know who might be struggling and who needs the reminder that they are not alone. I hope that you are graceful with yourself and that you are more gentle with yourself, because you are going through so much and there is so much change that's going to come in the future. And I hope that you are. And I just want to let you know that I am proud of you. I'm proud of all of the progress that you have made. I am proud that after every failure that you continue to get up and try again. And I hope that you are proud of yourself too, and that you conduct yourself with grace, because you need it. And you're going to need it along your journey to where you're going to get to. My name is Daniela, and thank you so much for joining me this week on Visionary Thoughts. I hope you keep believing in yourself, because I believe in you.